Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your gameplay for the D.521. This is an incredibly rare fighter that is currently ranked 2 battle rating 3.0 and sits in the British Air tech tree. Now you might be wondering to yourself, but Tankenstein, this is French. This was introduced well before France was even a country in War Thunder and was only ever introduced into the game twice, only ever given twice. And the last time was in 2014, so as of the recording of this video, about 9 years ago. So pretty damn crazy that, yeah, this plane has not been seen for that long. And it's only ever been given out twice, once during that 2014 sale to celebrate the first flight of the D520, and the first time was actually during a video contest that Gaijin was throwing, oddly enough, so very rare indeed. This is one of those planes that you might never see in War Thunder, but you are going to see it here in this video. Now that said, this is a pretty standard vehicle. It's got a mediocre rate of climb, mediocre-ish turn time. At least for this BR, it's not really anything special, but it does have 4 LMGs and, of course, a center-mounted, I believe it's center-mounted, yep, 20mm cannon, but the Hispano 404 isn't so fantastic, so we're going to have to wait and see exactly how well this thing does, but it seems like a pretty middling fighter, which is what one could expect at 3.0 BR. So that said, let's get into a few matches, see what we could do here, but I am stoked to throw this incredibly rare fighter around, and I can almost guarantee you nobody will even know it. That said, let's get into it. I'll tell you guys this is not at all a fast vehicle. I mean, you know, it is 3.0 BR, but when you start looking at other planes around this BR, the BF-109s, for example, especially the F series, I think those start at 3.0, right, if I'm not mistaken. You also have some, I think, like the first P-51s and all that around this BR. This thing is just, oof. It is a dog, so to speak. So I'm just going to climb up a little. Ooh, is he diving down? Fire some LMGs at him. I don't think I'm going to hit him. And I did. It'd be nice if I actually got a crit against him or some sort of engine fire, but of course that's not going to happen. These other guys are going to do a little bit better versus this guy than I will, but I'll just go ahead and let them take over, because this plane is not at all going to be a pursuer, but I do have at least an assist, which is nice for just expending, well, a few hundred rounds of LMG, which, you know, if you went to a gun range and you're like, yeah, you know, I'm just going to use 500 rounds of LMG ammo in about, 3 seconds. You know, like, that would cost you a ton of money. But in War Thunder, it doesn't really matter, does it? So that's I'm going to go dive down on these fellas. It looks like they're pretty well swarmed, but I also don't have the ability to climb up right now, which is a big problem. This vehicle is just not going to be good in that regard. I'm actually surprised by how quickly I'm flying at this moment. So I'm going to... Got him! Very nice. I think I probably took him out with the 20mm Hispano, which I'm actually kind of surprised. Now, one thing also about this vehicle, and really recording with this vehicle, is that I know damn well this video is probably going to get like 5 views, you know, because no one cares. But I'm going to likely make a, and also, I mean, like around this BR, you know, it's just one of those things, right? It's like, it's a perfect storm of crap when it comes to views. But what I'll probably actually try to do, if I haven't done it already by the time this video is released, is I might just make a rare vehicles playlist, because I've got dozens. Like, I actively search for them and ask Gaijin for test drives. I really enjoy having rare vehicles to play. So, if you guys want to check that out, definitely check out whatever playlist I'm probably going to end up making. Got myself 2 kills. I'm just going to save this. You know what? This SB2C, man, that would have been so cool if I could actually kill him, but I don't think I'll be able to. I'll probably fall before he even... Oh, you know what? Can I climb a little? No. Anyways, thanks so much. Or, not thanks so much. This video's not over yet. We're going to go into match 2, see what we could do. Not too terrible. I got 2 kills, 1 assist, a, you know, ground kill. About 2,000 points, number 1 on the team. Not a bad way to start, but let's see if we can do something hopefully a little bit better next time. But this is just not a very well-armed aircraft, nor does it fly fast in any regard. So despite all the really just mediocre performance of this aircraft, I'll say this, I mean, it's a pretty damn good looking camouflage. The aircraft itself is very French. It's just like a really slick back, you know, huge like fuselage area, if that's what you want to call it, like engine bay, and then you have like a big space between the engine and the pilot, and then you have the pilot sitting all the way in back. Actually, Germans wanted to do it where you would have the pilot, I believe like there was a meme going around, and it's an actual design that they had for their emergency fighters, where the pilot would basically sit in the tail, and that would more or less be like the entire aircraft. And it was a very strange design. I don't know if there was any sort of logic to it, or if it was just a fever dream that would not have worked. But, you know, cool thing nonetheless, I guess. But either way, this vehicle, I will tell you guys this, it is not going to be a frontline vehicle. There are very few instances where I have flown this thing thus far, and I've said to myself, this is something I want to take on. I want to take a, you know, a Mustang on one-on-one, or a version of the Mustang on one-on-one. It's just not that type of fighter. But, you know, this guy, I've got the extreme energy advantage on him. He is just flying straight up for whatever reason. I should be able to take him out. Yes, I can. Now, we have his buddy back here, the A-36. Hopefully I can get him. Maybe even go for this YP-38. Not going to do it. But this A-36 should hopefully be a fairly easy enough target, I'm hoping. I am going a bit faster than he. But again, this is just not going to be much more than just a support fighter, unfortunately. In my experience, at least. It's just, not that good. You know, and that's just kind of how it is. And also, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the reason why this is in the British Air Tech tree is because, it has a Merlin engine, which is, of course, British. That's the difference between the 520 and the 521, is the Merlin engine. Now, these LMGs are so freaking bad. Oh my gosh, this is supposed to be incendiary ammo. Literally, it's entirely incendiary ammo. And nothing is happening. Oh my gosh. Please, just end it. Oh no. This guy is still flying somehow. I mean, barely, of course, at this point. But, okay. That should be it. This guy, I think, is spinning out a bit. Got the kill unless someone steals it. P-63, turned down a little bit. I'm not going to survive this. This is one of those aircraft that is 100% just not good. You know, it was designed in 1938. It faces so many aircraft from the middle of World War II, you know, where it's just not going to be able to hold the fight together. And this is exactly what I mean, though. It's not a good support fighter. If you can make it so that enemies are just not going for you, and you're just kind of tailing them a bit, kind of like what I'm doing here, it's, you know, usable. But, like, look at that. Look at all that. And somehow a lot of my shots are just going around this fella. Got an assist. I'll take it. I don't really care. Gonna want to go back to base now because I just simply don't have enough ammo to continue. But, you know, 2 kills, 1 assist. That seems to be kind of the calling card here. It's not really anything too impressive, but those LMGs are just doing zilch. Absolutely nothing. They are booty chatter if booty could chatter. It is just not good. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, land. But I also think I'm in a bit of an up tier, as evidenced by that wyvern there. And, yeah, this thing is just... Oh, wow. My friend... I love that. That's all the, like, all the firepower coming out of those guns. It just completely mucked up the vehicle. But that said, yeah, I'm going to go land, see if we can get back up in the air, get a few more kills. I doubt it, because it looks like we're pretty dominating these guys, but who knows? Who knows? I'll tell you guys this. This has been probably the least pleasant gameplay experience I have had with any plane ever. Genuinely. I'm not just saying that, you know, for you know, views or reactions or anything like that in War Thunder, or this video rather. This plane sucks. It is atrocious. The performance is not at all 3.0 BR. I would probably say like 2.3, maybe 2.7, maybe. The LMGs are atrocious. The 20mm cannon is not terrible because it is a 20mm cannon after all, which gives it something. However, you only have 60 rounds and it overheats way too quickly. It is not good in that regard. Plus, the fire rate isn't fantastic. But, yeah. For those reasons, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to play this in Air AB because why the heck not? It just has been frustrating me to no end to play this thing in Air RB. So I'm going to try to go for this David here, this basically a P-51 Mustang. Can I hit him? I can. I'm just going to let that one go because he's on fire. If he's on fire by someone else's hand, that's their kill. And honestly, it doesn't really matter to me how well I do in this match. I just want to do something. Now, these LMGs are possibly the worst LMGs I have used in War Thunder. They are atrocious. I mean, absolutely terrible. Now, they do have a good fire rate. I'm not going to deny that. But when it comes to actually doing damage, there was a few matches ago when I was just testing this thing out in AB, and they were firing. I must have been behind the Israeli BF-109 probably for about 45 seconds, firing on him. As you know, every single time I was on him, I did no damage. Also, the maneuverability on this is not good. It's definitely mediocre, to say the least. So you're pretty much always going to be slower than most of your enemies. You're going to have definitely lesser armament. You're going to have a worse maneuverability because you don't have the energy, largely because of that. Also, it just doesn't really turn as well. But it's just an ugly, ugly plane to fly. I mean, it's not an ugly plane to look at, but in terms of performance, this thing is just ugly. God. It's like you could tell this thing was designed and made in the 1930s, you know? Not that, BF-109s were as well, but the thing is that those were developed. This wasn't, because France lost the war, and so they just kind of stopped developing planes like that, turned down. Hopefully I don't get hit. This thing also takes damage like a mother, so to speak, is a way to put it. But I'm not getting any crits, even though I did have my 20mm at the time. I did that, but like, look how slowly this thing arcs up to turn. It's just, oh god. I got a kill! Wow, that's actually quite impressive for this. I got a kill! Only by laying down like 50 bajillion bullets upon him. But I'm actually paying much more attention right now in order to actually kind of not die early. Just so I can get kills, because for the most part, I play very aggressively. You cannot do that in this. Again, this is a support plane. 100%, like a support fighter. And can I even kill him? Nope, I cannot. It's not going to let me, because the LMGs on this thing suck so bad. Oh my gosh. Again, I've not been more frustrated than I have with this aircraft. It's just that bad. So that said, I think I'm probably about to die here. Somehow got a crit on him. Very nice. I'm doing okay. 4 kills, 3 assists, which is honestly far more than I expected to be doing in this plane in AB. Again, I'm just kind of messing around in AB, but this is just, this is an anomaly of a match. So that said, I think we're going to die here. I am. So thanks so much for watching. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, this plane is atrocious. By the way, thanks again, and I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.